Hello friends, Shyamal Kapadia here. We're going to start with the chapter called Quadratic Equations. Very simple chapter. Few sums, less concepts, smooth process. Right, quadratic equations, what do you mean by that? What is the meaning of quadratic equations? Listen, if ever I have an equation, इसको equation बोलते हैं. What do we call it as? Equation. Yeah. So if ever I have an equation like ax square, square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a cannot be 0, where a is non-equal to 0. However, I don't want all these things. This is just a bit more higher level, I would rather say. But just remember one thing, that if you have the power, the maximum power of x, the maximum degree of x as 2, this is what we call it as a degree, or you can also call it as power. If the maximum degree is 2, right, and if a is not equal to 0, I will say that it is a quadratic equation, right? So we have something called as a linear equation, which represents a line. Quadratic equation represents a curve, some sort of a curvaceous graph is nothing but a quadratic equation. So please remember, this is known as the general form of a quadratic equation. What is it called? It is called as a general form of a quadratic equation, right? So this is just a basic about quadratic equation. Now if I'm talking about the gist of the chapter, what all things are we going to learn in this chapter? हम लोग क्या क्या पढ़ने वाले भाई, ये चैप्टर में क्या क्या पढ़ने वाले हम लोग? First, we are going to talk about whether it is a solution or not. This is, you can say this is type number 1. Then type number 2 sums, we are going to talk about the nature of roots, right? And type number 3, what we are going to talk about, type 3, typo, we're going to talk about quadratic formula and the value of x. Quadratic formula. And last, type 4, there are only 4 types of sums. Some special cases, some special case sums, some special sums. So basically the chapter is divided into 4 types or 4 variety of sums. ठीक है ना, 4 variations हम लोग पढ़ने वाले हैं. So let's attack, the first type, which is solution. If someone asks me, sir, what is the weightage of this chapter? Approximately in board examination, the weightage of this chapter is around 3 to 4 marks. I'm expecting only 1 question from this chapter. 1 question. Okay, even there is a chapter called quadratic equation word problems. Word problems in which definitely I would rather say that it is a statement, it's a problem, it's like a sum given. Okay, you have to form a quadratic formula, you have to framework an equation banana hai, and then you have to solve it. That also carries 4 marks. So quadratic equation, 1 question, 4 marks or 3 marks is the weightage, and the word problems also I am expecting 4 marks. So overall, total quadratic equation, if you talk about word problems along with this normal basic chapter, is going to be like 7 to 8 marks, 2 questions from 2 chapters, right? So let's begin with the first one, whether it is a solution or not, whether the equation, whether the point is a solution to the equation or not. I'll give you a simple example to understand this. What do you mean by solution? I'm proceeding with type number 1. So if I say question, example, I'll explain you what do you mean by type 1. Is x equal to 1 a root? What do you mean by root? Now listen, a root is either an answer or it is either a solution. They all mean the same thing. सबका मतलब same है. Either I call it as a root, or I call it as an answer of the equation, or I call it as a solution of the equation. There are different ways of pronunciation, but meaning remains the same. Okay. So my question is x equal to 1 a root of the equation? Is x equal to 1 a root of the equation x square minus 2x plus 1 equal to 0? Now what do you mean by this? I'll say this, I'll simply say कि ये जो x equal to 1 है ना value, please put it in the LHS, left hand side में डालो. The value I want you to substitute in the left hand side of the quadratic equation. So please do that. I will start. How do I start the sum? I'll start with LHS. LHS means left hand side. ठीक है? X square minus 2x plus 1. Oh yeah. You just put x equal to 1, bro. So you're gonna get 1 square minus 2 into 1 plus 1. Now tell me one thing. Out here, isn't the answer 1 minus 2 plus 1? Yeah, which is equals to 0. Oh yeah, I'm getting answer as 0. So I will say yes. X equal to 1, yes, is a root of the quadratic equation. It is a solution of the quadratic equation. It is one of the answers of the quadratic equation. It satisfies the quadratic equation. I want you to by heart these 4 phrases which I spoke. ये चारों चीज बाय हार्ट करना दोस्त. कम ऑन यार. रूट, आंसर, सॉल्यूशन एंड इट सैटिस्फाइज द क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन. तो टाइप 1 में बच्चों की भाषा में, ओके, टाइप 1 में इन अ वेरी सिंपल लैंग्वेज, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय दिस? ऑल यू हैव टू डू इज जस्ट सब्स्टिट्यूट, पुट द वैल्यू ऑफ x into the equation. Just put it, dude, put it. If LHS is equal to RHS, yes, it satisfies the equation. अगर LHS और RHS का आंसर सेम नहीं है, I'm sorry bro, better luck next time, right? So based on this, let's start with the sum on type 1, right? Okay guys, starting with the sum, right? The first question, is x equal to minus 3 a solution of the quadratic equation? Yes or no? Solution मतलब root. So all you do is you first write down the quadratic equation. That's the first thing which you do. You write down the quadratic equation. Alright. So I will say the quadratic equation is 2x square minus 7x plus 9. Don't write equal to 0. I have to check whether, okay, chal, first I write down the quadratic equation, fine. Now put the value in the LHS. So I will say put x equal to minus 3 in the LHS of the equation. LHS means left hand side. So you get 2x square minus 7x plus 9. Come on bro, put x equal to minus 3. So if I put x equal to negative 3, wherever you see x, you do that. So you get 2 into minus 3 the whole square minus 7 into minus 3 plus 9. Okay, on solving this you get 2 into square of a number is always positive. Minus into minus will make it plus 21 plus 9. So wouldn't the answer be 18 plus 30 out here, which is 48? I am not interested in the answer. I'm not interested in the answer at all. I just want to know whether it's equal to 0 or no. So can I say I'm sorry, which is not equal to 0, which is not equal to right hand side. Hence x equal to minus 3 is not a solution. So therefore I can say x equal to minus 3 does not satisfy this quadratic equation, is not a root, is not a solution to the given quadratic equation. Fine. Okay, that's it. So all you have to do is substitute and check. Okay, come to the next sum. Now in this question, I have already been told, please read the English carefully. This value is a solution. Oh yeah, it is a solution. It is a root. It satisfies the equation. Substitute, खाली substitute. LHS is equal to RHS. इसमें solution दिया है, तेरे को prove नहीं करना है. So I start this way. Since, yeah, that was a bit, you know, awkward. Since x equal to root 3 by 2 is already a solution. It's a root, is a solution of the given quadratic equation. I will say it satisfies the equation. What does it do? It satisfies the quadratic equation. Satisfy matlab when you put that value na, LHS and RHS are already equal. Yaad rakhna, LHS is equal to RHS. So I have the equation. First I write down the equation. 3x square plus mx plus 2 is equal to 0. Please put x ka value as root 2 by 3 out here. So instead of x, I can put root 2 by 3 the whole square plus m into root 2 by 3 plus 2, and this answer is already equal to 0. Right with this? Square and square root vanishes out here. Even 3 and 3 goes because square root gaya na bhaiya. So want to get 2 plus m, split the power, split the square roots. You can write this as root 2 by root 3 plus 2 is equal to 0. Now out here 2 plus 2 makes it 4. Shift it on the other side. So m root 2 by root 3 is equals to minus 4. Cross multiply. You get m is equals to minus 4 root 3 by root 2. Rationalize because denominator mein roots are not allowed. Multiply and divide by root 2. You must have studied about rationalizing. Come on here. Yes. So out here you get answer as minus 4 root 3 into root 2 is root 6 and root 2 into root 2 is 2. So on vanishing, m ka answer will be minus 2 root of 6. That's the value of m. You don't have to prove, you have to find m. It is already a solution. Right. So first sum was same variety. Check whether it's a solution. Second sum mein it is already a solution. Find unknown m. Acha, next sum, find two unknowns. That is the concept. Very simple. Again, this and this are both the roots of the quadratic equation. Roots matlab they satisfy the quadratic equation. They are a solution, bro. Yeah. So first you put x hash 2 by 3 in the given quadratic equation, right? So I can say first step 2 by 3 is already a root or solution, kuch bhi bol, it's the same thing. It's a root, right, of the equation. Therefore it satisfies the quadratic equation. Okay, equation लिखते हैं हम लोग. Let's write down the equation. mx square plus nx plus 6. Okay, all you do is x के बदले 2 by 3 डाल, तो ये हो जाएगा 4 by 9 because 2 by 3 का square. Please come on, you are not babies anymore. Plus n into 2 by 3. We are in 10th standard यार. Plus 6 is equal to 0. I can write 6 upon 1 because I want to take LCM. Okay, 9, 3 and 1 का LCM is 9. So I'll make a bigger line and write 9 into 1 into 1 into 3 into 3. That's how we take LCM. बराबर ना? आता है ना? अरे 9 बनाते, we make 9 to each of the denominator into 3 into 3. Come on bro. Into 9 into 9. 6 9s are 54. Now some students na stalwarts in maths, एक number. Sir 0 into 9 9. Please यार, 0 9s is 0. Cartoon Network. So I get 4m. I know है 3-4 मिलेंगे ऐसे cartoons. Plus 6n. Shift it on the other side is equals to minus 54. Yeah, plus becomes minus. वो तो 0 हो गया ना. Some people ask me, sir, where is 9 gone? खाना खाने गया, eating food. अरे 9 zeros are 0. You can divide by 2. You can reduce it. Divide by 2. 2m plus 3n is minus 27. Put this as equation number 1. Right? and now you can say that even that other is a equation, it's a solution, even 1 is a solution. तो now x के बदले 1 डालो. Okay, again you put x as 1, so m into 1 square plus n into 1 plus 6 is equal to 0, right? So you get m plus n plus 6 equal to 0. So can I say m plus n is equals to minus 6? Equation 2. Solve them simultaneously. You can multiply this by minus 2. पूरे इक्वेशन को minus 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करो, पूरे इक्वेशन को minus 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करो, ठीक है? So let's take blue here. So I get 2m plus 3n is equals to minus 27, and minus 2m, when you multiply by minus 2, minus 2n is equals to plus 12. Cancel out 3 minus 2, n is equals to minus 27 plus 12 minus 15, और n का वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट इन द सेकेंड इक्वेशन. m plus n which is minus 15 is equal to minus 6. Shift minus 15 on the other side. So you get m का आंसर as 9. Right? So this is your m and this is your n. Right? So in this both are solutions. You have to find the value of unknown. Another same question. I'll go a bit fast. I think you should pause it and you should do it by yourself. So first I'll write that 3 is already a root. So I'll start straight away. There is no explanation needed. 3 is a root. Root मतलब solution of the given quadratic equation. Therefore, it satisfies the equation. What does it do? It satisfies the quadratic equation. मतलब सब्स्टिट्यूट ही करना है. ax square plus bx minus 9. Shift 9 on the other side. Minus 9 उधर गया तो equal to 9. चल पहले put 3 into the value of x. तो a into 3 square plus b into 3 is equals to 9. Divide by 3. You can deduce it ना. हर एक को 3 से divide करो. तो 3a plus b is equal to 3. Equation 1. Now put minus 3 out there. Put minus 3. Let's start. Minus 3 is also a solution. Substitute in the same equation minus 3. Directly डाल रहा हूँ. a into minus 3 the whole square plus b into minus 3 is equals to 9. Okay, so you get 9a minus 3b divided by 3. बराबर है. Now solve them simultaneously. Write them one below each other. एक के नीचे एक लिखो. 3a plus b is 3 and 3a minus b is also 3. Cut. You get 6a is equal to 6. a is 1. अच्छा, a का value just substitute out here. So you get 3 into a, which is 3, minus b is 3, shift it, b is equal to 0. So the value of a is 1 and b is 0. This ends my type 1. What was type 1? Check whether it's a solution or not. So just go through this and we will quickly proceed with type 2, which is find the roots or nature of roots of the given quadratic equation. Alright, now talking about the nature of the roots of the quadratic equation. Okay, so we have a concept called nature of roots. Sir, ये कब use करने का? When to use this concept? Whenever they have said that the roots are this, roots are that, roots. Whenever you come across the word roots, sum में, question में, जब तेरे को roots शब्द दिखेगा, you're going to use this concept. Now what are roots? Roots मतलब answers. Answer of that quadratic equation. Now listen, there is something called as discriminant. Discriminant. We represent it by a triangle. We also call it as delta. हाँ, केमिस्ट्री में इसका मतलब हीट होता है, फिजिक्स में इसका मतलब फिजिक्स में हीट होता है, केमिस्ट्री में ऑल्सो हीट होता है ना. फिजिक्स में देयर इज अ स्मॉल चेंज, मैथ्स में यू कैन ऑल्सो से इट रिप्रेजेंट्स अ स्मॉल चेंज इन फिजिक्स और मैथ्स. हाउएवर छोड़ना ये सब. ट्राइंगल, the actual name is discriminant or delta. And we have a formula. It is b square minus 4ac. This is the formula of delta. Sir, what is abc? तेरे को पता है स्टार्टिंग में I made you do that कोई भी quadratic equation it is given by ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Yeah, this is a quadratic equation. तो ये जो ए बी सी है ना, या इट इज दिस ए बी सी, दिस इज ए, दिस इज बी एंड दिस इज सी. सो कैन आई से ए बी सी कैसे मिलेगा? कंपेयर करके मिलेगा. किसको कंपेयर करके? द जनरल क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन. नाउ वी हैव अ स्मॉल कॉन्सेप्ट दैट अगर ये डेल्टा का आंसर, डेल्टा मतलब बी स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac, if this answer is equal to 0 after solving, अगर answer 0 आया, we will say that the roots are real and equal. The roots are real and equal अगर answer 0 आया तो. Okay, next, अगर answer 0 नहीं आया, if the answer is greater than 0, then I will say that the roots are real and unique. अलग अलग आंसर्स है दोनों. द रूट्स आर रियल एंड यूनिक. यूनिक मतलब डिस्टिंक्ट, डिफरेंट, अनइक्वल, सबका मतलब सेम है. यूनिक. द रूट्स आर नॉट द सेम. एंड अगर डेल्टा का आंसर नेगेटिव आया आफ्टर सॉल्विंग, ऑब्वियसली, ओके, इफ डेल्टा इज नेगेटिव, लेस देन 0, then we say that the roots are imaginary. That's it. So I want you to by heart these three conditions. Condition number 1, equal to 0, real, equal. Greater than 0, positive, real and unequal. Unique, distinct, anything is okay. And if it is less than 0, 0 से कम है, negative, then the roots are imaginary. So based on this, we can start with the next set of sums. Let's begin with the first sum. Okay, in the question I have been told that the given equation has equal roots. Please check this. Equal. Equal मतलब can I say if I come back in time period, equal roots में मैंने क्या बोला था? If the roots are equal, then delta is equal to 0. If the roots are equal, delta is equal to 0. So first thing what you do is you write down the question. Follow the steps. It's very kiddish. Write down the question. 3x square minus 12x plus n minus 5 is equal to 0. Step number 2, compare. Compare with the general form. Compare with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. a 3 मिलेगा, b is minus 12. Mind you better find you. It's not 12, it's minus 12 with the sign. Signs are very important. एंड सी मतलब वो जो बचा हुआ है ना, बाकी पूरा जो कांस्टेंट, सी कांस्टेंट वैल्यू n minus 5. Now can I start this way? Since the roots are equal, I have been told na roots are equal, which implies delta is equal to 0. Roots are equal मतलब delta is equal to 0, right? Okay. So I can say therefore delta 0 मतलब b square minus 4AC is equal to 0 because that's delta. B is minus 12 square minus 4 into 3 and the C is n minus 5. So you get 144 minus 12 bracket में n minus 5. Shift that entire on the other side. So 144 is equals to, shift it, 12 n minus 5. माइनस साइन उधर जाएगा तो प्लस हो जाएगा, 12 नीचे आ जाएगा, 144 डिवाइड बाई 12, 12 इज इक्वल टू n माइनस 5. शिफ्ट 70. Okay, I'm sorry. So the value of n is 12 plus 5, 70. Right, so first step what you do is write down the question. Second step, compare with the general equation, find a, b and c, and once you get a, b and c, use the condition, yeah, b square minus 4ac either equal to 0 or greater than 0 or less than 0, right? Alright, sounds good. Shyamal Kapadia here. I'm extremely sorry for keeping you all waiting for such a long time, but now I'm back with a lot of things in the educational sector. I know that you must be wondering that where are the videos gone, sir? It's been quite long. Why have the videos been taken off from the YouTube? I apologize for that because there have been quite many reasons for me to do that. However, we have started giving those videos on a saleable purpose on a very cheap rate though. And in order to purchase those videos, you can contact on 7710871118. I have mentioned the details at the bottom, which will be scrolled down, or you may even send us a mail at shamcaps36@gmail.com in order to get access to the videos for 10th as of now, ICSE, CBSE and SS. Not only for the school section guys, but we, Shyamal Kapadia and the team is also gonna approach in the college section as well for 11th and 12th standard. To start with the HSE board, the Maharashtra board, followed by the ISC, the A levels and so on. We will be soon coming with those educational parts also. But as of now guys, yes, a slow and steady process. We start with the 10th and even slowly the 9th and the 8th. So definitely you may spread a word along to your friends, your neighbors, your relatives or whomsoever. It's going to be helpful, these videos. And now onwards you're going to get regular updates with me and my team on Shamco Grassroots Educare. Do subscribe, do like the channel my friends, and see you